Right, another quick game of rapid chess here. 2028, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score, 5,000 games of rapid, really good. I've done 300. Play traditional reti. E3 has become a bit more fashionable now, just to try and challenge the early D5, D4. E6 you normally do G3 and C6, B3. Just as a general guide. Okay, I'm going to get castled. So we can get tempo attacking the bishop here. We can go here. I'm just going to play d4, I think, and then probably something like this. We could bring the bishop this way, though. I've got options, but I think b3 is very traditional reti. We could even go here and trade the bishop. How do we want to do this? I wouldn't normally, actually, so I'm just for variety's sake, I'll try and do that just for a little bit of variety for myself, if nothing else. Normally I'd put the bishop on b2, or maybe go right up and potentially trade. So I need to get the knight back onto a more useful square at some point now. Okay, bishop up kind of invites the knight forward to trade off. So that might be what my opponent wants me to do there. And just gain natural development with the knight. Actually goes that way, so I can potentially take here. I don't think I should, though. I think I should just take the bishop. Maybe e3. Now I've got to watch out for attacks on the knight, so the knight really needs to come back somewhere now. It's just a case of, do I do this or do I go to c2? I don't think c2 is actually going to do that much for it, so I'm going to spend an extra move and try and bring the knight across the board. I'm still covering this, although my opponent might be able to build a queenside majority. Might be possible. So I'm coming here. And maybe rook across with a view to potentially taking at some point. I need the queen in the game as well. Not sure where just yet. Maybe queen e2, but it does kind of invite the rook across. Then there's a potential to take and attack the pawn. So at least queen e2, it does create a one-move threat. Otherwise, just logical moves like get the rooks more into the game. Just click anywhere on the board, it clears any arrows that you've done. Yeah, that's exactly what he's done. The rook across. The queen here again is slightly risky, but it does create a potential threat. I don't see anything better right now. He might want to just push on. So maybe knight up, pawn down takes. Everything's going to trade off. But I think this is going to be his idea. Maybe I can just take though. I'm going to go here just to create this threat. Then I've got a threat to take. Say if he pushes here as well, I can take and target this a6 pawn. I hope I can. But it is risky putting the queen in the firing line when there's a rook on the file. Okay, he's chosen to take. Now there might be some sort of tactics at some point. I don't see it right now though, offhand. Probably go with the knight here, probably. But again, go with the queen. It creates a one-move threat. And then I'll leave my pawns intact. The knight can still jump over. So yeah, I'm going to go with the queen just to create that threat and maybe activate the rook. Knight takes. I think I'm safe just to trade back. So the knight's gone to the side. Now, I assume I come back to c2 here. And then we're probably going to see c5. Hold on. I could grab the pawn, couldn't I, that I was targeting? Am I getting the queen trapped? No, I don't think I am actually. I think I'm going to try and grab the pawn. This is obviously going to be a move though. I can't really stop that. I don't think I can get over push. It's just a temporary pawn, I think, here. I think e5 is the move now. That's what he's played. Have I got knight across to cover though? And if you push, I just simply drop back. So knight across looks like a good move to me. I don't want to burn all my clock. I want the queen back somewhere with a more useful at some point. But takes, I think I'll go with the knight. I'm threatening rook across. threatening even to take, so he has gone there. So the knight could actually potentially jump forward here with pressure on the pawn. But is the knight running the risk of getting trapped though? If I come here, I pressure the pawn. But here invites the immediate c5. And I can't take back. Take, you take. So knight here just invites c5. Knight up, c5. Obviously knight up, I'm attacking the queen with tempo. So I'm going forward there just to get a tempo on the queen before c5 comes. No, what do I do with my queen though? I don't want to obviously run the risk of getting trapped. So maybe queen all the way back. He could sack the rook there, I suppose, but I don't think he would. I guess that's a safe pre-move, although no, it is rapid in it. I don't need a pre-move with 7 minutes on the clock. I'm looking at otherwise rooks into the middle of the board. I expect c5 is going to come at some point fairly soon. I'd like knight across to charge this knight, but it might walk into a move like rook across. So queen forward. So are we getting close to getting our queen trapped? We might have to try and shift the queen here. So I'm liking the move of the queen all the way back. But then you do have the immediate c5. So I might not be able to stop c5. Well, my knight might run out of escape squares. So knight down now, across. Is that my queen trapped? I think it is. So what about pawn up just to attack the knight immediately? Actually, yeah, where does the knight go if I attack immediately? You're going to have to go back here, trade. And that helps to guard c5 as well, I think. I'm going to hit the knight. That's covered. Here, I think I can take. And again, rook across. I can just bail the queen back, I think. And I'm still attacking the knight. But here, I think I'm safe to just simply trade. And then c5 isn't a move in one go. Rook across becomes a move. So he has played across. Okay. So now I assume I just drop back here. I don't think I've got any other moves or any squares at all for the queen. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. But if the knight moves, I think I can just take. Maybe rook across. Maybe the other rook across to guard the pawn. Oh, he's played c5 and just hung the knight. What? Okay, I'm going to take the knight then. My knight might get trapped anyway, of course, here. Takes, takes, queen takes. Can I shift? He might have just had a lapse in concentration and forgot the knight was under attack. But my knight might actually be almost trapped. Go here, and it's nowhere else you're going to go, is there? So, well, because he's taken his time now, I think he just forgot that the knight was there, mixed his move order up. Happens all the time. Takes, I think I can take back. If queen takes, I can then shift the knight with a view to coming to d4. So I think I'm alright, but I might be proven wrong. But yeah, because he's suddenly stopped, I think he just had a lapse in concentration there, or mixed the move order up. Okay, so he's gone with the rook. So he attacks the pawn. I assume I want rook to d1 here. Can my knight actually move? Can I play queen up here? Oh, what's wrong with queen up? Ah, queen up might blunder. Rook takes knight. Queen up and he's got rook takes knight. So that's a blunder. So queen up we rule out. I've got knight back to attack the rook. Your rook can come forward and I can grab a pawn. So I'm looking at knight across to hit the rook. Here would blunder takes. So knight here. Then I'm free to take the pawn back, I think. I don't see anything better, so I'm playing it with a view to taking or dropping back. Or rook across. Again, I guess he can triple stack on this, so... As with all chess positions, not without risk. But there again, there's a threat to the rook here, so there's an immediate threat to deal with. I don't think he can just take the pawn and push. He might do it though. Takes here, push. Queen across, and he's got a protected passed pawn. I'll probably have to sack the bishop at some point. Maybe takes. Instead of the rook, I just have to take the pawn back. I'd have to just assess that once he's played his move. But we are up a minute on the clock now. Okay, so he's played across, so... Has that blundered knight up with a fork anywhere? And I hit the rook twice. So has he just blundered there? Queen takes, I collect the rook. If he moves the rook, I collect the other one. If you go and attack the queen... So that's my candidate move. I think he's blundered. I don't think the rook can create a dangerous threat. I'm attacking both rooks. Queen takes, I take the rook. So I'm just going to play it. Just hit the 2, plus hit this one as well. Very easy to miss a move like that. And indeed, it might be a blunder. I might be missing a counter punch. So it could be a blunder. We'll find out. Okay, he's just resigned. That's a very good win.